Woo, LDMMAC. Boy, this is a video response to one Abel Mahari. He wants my thoughts on the whole UFC Usada debacle. Guys, what's going on is that the UFC, they're trying to discredit Usada, is what they're doing. Usada been around for a long time. And they have a very, very reputable, reputation among the world of sports. As a matter of fact, Usada, at times, the complaint about them is that they're too tough. They're too tough. They're too strenuous. I mean, this the same Usada that had damn John Jones hiding up under the octagon because he didn't want to be tested. Usada, they're no nonsense, okay? They don't let anything slide. You can't buy them. They're right there, and you're going to give them that urine sample. You're going to. But the problem is that the UFC, they're trying to discredit them. Trying to, say that Usada is, they got a coup against Conor McGregor. Now, you got to understand, when it comes to Conor McGregor, okay? You ever seen that story, the $1 million man? Well, I call Conor McGregor the $1 billion man. Conor McGregor still has the ability to generate lots and lots of money for the UFC. Okay? He still got that kind of ability. And if Conor McGregor is going to fight sometime within a year, the UFC, they can anticipate a lot, millions, okay? Hundreds of millions of dollars to be made if Conor McGregor is on a fight card. Okay, so they can anticipate that money. They want that money. The problem is that the UFC, by their own admission, they were saying that Conor McGregor didn't even enter the testing pool. And USADA, they kept requesting that he enter the testing pool. Well, now the UFC is saying, well, now he's in the testing pool. Why is USADA making these claims and accusations against Conor? Because USADA, they're trying to test his ass, okay? They're trying to test his ass, and it's a play. Okay, it's a huge play. Well, he's not very healthy right now. He'll test when he's healthy enough to test. And now, all of a sudden, when USADA started saying, hey, this guy is avoiding us, okay? This guy's avoiding us. We've been trying to get this guy to test, and he's not available. Okay, what's the deal? Okay, is he on steroids? Is he using? Because, when people avoid USADA, for whatever reason they tell you that they're avoiding USADA, they dirty. Okay? Guys, we can look at this. We can take a look at Conor McGregor. Okay, and this the USADA president. He's very, very no nonsense. Very like a stickler for the rules. See, the USADA, this the same organization that they've taken down many, many American sprinters. Some of the top sprinters, in America, USADA, they popped them. They popped Marion Jones. They popped Justin Gatlin. They popped Tyson Gay. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. They popped Kelly White. I mean, USADA, they've been popping the top athletes in the world. That's why USA Track and Field, they use USADA. USADA is no nonsense. You can't cheat their system, and they're going to be there. Okay, if they tell you they're coming, they coming. And they're not leaving until they see you. I'm serious. Like if USADA was incredible, like the UFC trying to tell you, then, John Jones trying to hide up under the damn octagon. That tell you everything that USADA, they're very thorough. I've had to deal with them because I've been on some track teams as a track coach. And I was an assistant, and their urine sample process is extremely airtight. As soon as you get off the track, they get you. A USADA agent gets you. They take you into a room. You give a urine sample, and that's it. You're not gonna have time to swap with somebody or have somebody else take a pee test for you. USADA, they're watching every single aspect, and they know that they do random tests. They just show up, and the problem with USADA and the UFC is that USADA, they're too damn good. They're too damn good. So Dana White, they want to go to, drug free. They want to go to the organization called Drug Free. Think of USADA think about it in the terms of the UFC and Bellator, right? The UFC, you know that they're the global leader in mixed martial arts, okay? They're the global leader. And Bellator, for years they just been second. Bellator might have a good fight or two every now and then. But, Bellator, they're a little slack with how they present it. They're a little bit slack with the rules. And sometimes the inmates at Bellator run the asylum. Well, think about drug-free like Bellator. The UFC will have a little bit of leeway with them, okay? And I don't care what anybody tell you, okay? They'll have a little leeway. See, with USADA, they couldn't control USADA, okay? They couldn't control USADA. I mean, here, I'm going to tell you, really, when USADA, when they popped Brock Lesnar, they popped him, and Brock Lesnar was still able to fight and still make his $2.5 million, that told you everything you needed to know about why this relationship. And I said, the UFC, they're not going to be dealing with USADA for long because USADA too good. They're popping their big stars. And, they wasn't going to make Brock Lesnar sit out. They weren't going to make him do that because Brock Lesnar at the time, he was a huge megastar. And the UFC, they wanted that pay-per-view revenue, and Brock Lesnar, damn it, he had to fight. That's just what it is. That's the dry reality of this situation. It's the very dry reality. And it's about money. USADA was too good at their job, and the UFC had to get them the fuck out of there. Literally. Because USADA was hurting the bottom line. And with Conor McGregor, and if they're, claiming that Conor McGregor, they can't find a guy to test, he ain't in the testing pool. See, that's hurting their bottom line. That's hurting their bottom line. Because you got to understand, USADA, they've been around for a long time. A very long time. So they not new at this. They're not amateurs. Okay, they've been around. They know when somebody trying to cheat the system. And look at this, man. Come on. And Conor McGregor jacked as hell. I mean, look at this dude. Are you serious? This dude is jacked. And USADA, they doing what I'm doing. They looking at him and they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, we need to hurry up and test him because, this guy done got big fast. I mean, dude done got jacked. Okay? And the dude flexing and posing. Okay, something going on with this guy. Okay, I mean, y'all think he clean? And if you want to believe Dana White, this the same Dana White where John Jones kept coming up dirty. And they started talking about, oh, it's just a picogram. It's just a picogram. Oh, man, it's a picogram, It's a picogram. It's not doing anything. It's not helping my performance. But the fact is, the man still was popping dirty, still was allowed to fight. That's just what it is. Okay? USADA's bad for business. Very bad. And it's a shame because I felt like USADA, they're getting a bad rep. And so Dana White, what they're going to do with USADA is they're going to try to discredit them as much as they can. But they're not going to be able to because everybody know the truth, okay? Everybody know the truth. I mean, people who deal with sports, they know the truth, okay? They know that, look, the UFC, they got to recoup some money, okay? They're not having such a great year financially. So anytime Conor McGregor can come back, that's going to help the bottom line. Folks, that's just what it is, okay? And, Dana White don't want to face the music. He don't want to because, think about it. USADA's recommending that Conor McGregor don't fight for 6 months until he gets into the testing pool. Like, that's their recommendation. Because they've been trying to test this damn dude. And he's not available to test. Now, how the hell does that happen? I don't care what Dana White tell you, man. Just forget what he's saying for a minute and really think about it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I mean, you tell me, is this the same guy? Okay, this ain't the same guy. This ain't the dude got veins in his biceps, man. Come on. Y'all know this mofo juicing. Juicing allegedly. Okay, we'll just say allegedly. Okay? He appears to be juicing. Okay? Folks, that's just how that is. The man appears to be juicing. Okay, I don't know, he's sticking needles up his ass. I don't know what he's doing, but this dude is not natural. And Dana White and Hunter Campbell, those guys, they're going to do everything they can to make USADA seem crazy, but they're not going to be able to do it. So Instead of trying to go the route of trying to go head to head with Usada, they can't do it. They got to get rid of him. They got to get rid of him. So that's what they're doing. So Usada going to be around until December. And, Dana White and them, they were like, well, I don't know how we're going to even deal with them till December. You're not. I mean, you're going to have an excuse that something's wrong because those guys are good at their job. They good. You can't avoid them. Okay, they're going to test you. They're going to keep showing up until they get you. That's how they roll. USADA, they're no nonsense. They don't care where you're at in the world. If you're still competing for America, okay? If you're still competing for America, and if you say you moved out of the country, but you still wear a USA uniform, they're going to come to where you at. It's no lie. I remember years ago, it was a USADA guy that came here to my hometown. And he came up to me, he said, hey, have you seen so-and-so? I said, nah, I ain't seen him. And I really hadn't seen him. I ain't seen him. And I didn't know he was a USADA guy. Because, he, sometimes they come in like USADA t-shirts or like a little golf shirt. And sometimes they just dress like a normal person. And he was dressed as a civilian. So I said, no, I ain't seen him. So this guy, he said, well, does he train here? I said, yeah, he trained here. And I said, why? Who are you? He go, oh, I'm just a friend of his. I'm trying to meet up with him. And see, they're very smart. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this is a dude that know him. Okay. When I was out there training my athletes, that guy sat there. He sat there. Okay, the guy didn't move from that. I mean, if the guy had to piss, he probably would have pissed on himself. He didn't move. He waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. Okay, I'm talking about for hours. So the guy that he was looking for, he never showed up. So he said, hey, I'll be back. I'll be back. And they stay in town until they get their man or their woman. And sure enough, okay, the guy that he was looking for came to the track to train. Damn, USADA guy showed up. Showed up. I mean, these guys, they know where you at. They find you. They know. It's like they know everything about you. So if they miss you the first time, they're going to get you. They're going to eventually get you. And if you don't show up for testing, they're going to assume you're avoiding them. Caught this guy. The guy was, trying to get out of being tested. And, he didn't want to be tested. The USADA guy said, nope, we ain't got time for that. He said, come on, let's go into a restroom. There's a huge track. They got, a training area. Let's go into the training area. Let's go get a sample. And so dude, he was going in like, man, he said, man, I didn't even know y'all was coming. And the USADA guy said, yeah, because it's random drug testing. Random means you don't know I'm coming. So, dude had to go get him a drug test. And of course the dude was popping dirty, and he popped dirty. But that's the integrity that USADA have. I mean, these guys done tried to buy these guys. They've tried, they try to threaten these people, these USADA guys. And sometimes a USADA guy come and, and a couple of them guys done got their ass whooped trying to test people. And guess what? They still stay until they test that person. These guys done turned down bribes, y'all. Thousands of dollars worth of bribes. These guys have turned that stuff down because of their integrity to the sport that they're trying to test for. And MMA, and you tell USADA that, hey, we need you guys because you guys are going to save lives. This is going to prevent, fighters from cheating. USADA all over that shit. They're all over that. Like, folks, they don't play. I don't know if it's some kind of oath that they take. I don't know. But, man, those USADA agents, when they show up, they're completely committed to getting the job done. That's it. So when Dana, I don't care what he tell you in the media, okay? I know about USADA. I mean, I've had to deal with them. I've seen these people in action, okay? I've seen them in action. And they're no nonsense. They go straight for the jugular. And if you pop dirty, you better believe you're popping dirty. Okay, they're going to tell you that. So Dana White can try to spin it. They can spin this however they want to spin it. We all know the truth. Your boy Conor McGregor dirty. Okay, they don't want him tested, and they want him to be tested by an organization that they can dictate stuff to. That's all. That's why. And they couldn't, they ain't really care too much about these other fighters because other fighters wasn't bringing in as much money. But see, when it came to Conor, now all of a sudden they want to make a change. Get the hell out of here, okay? And yes, Conor McGregor has been tested by USADA before. Sure, he has, because he wasn't because he was looking like this. He was looking like this, and then Dana act like this dude, the president of USADA. Oh man, this guy's a piece of S. Oh, but you chilling with him. And guys, check this out. Look at this shirt, okay? As I leave you guys with this, okay? Do you really, really, really think that this guy right here, okay? Do you think he gonna make up that entire story? What does he have to gain? This guy cares about his reputation as a drug tester. Cares about it. See, his reputation is more important. But I can tell you, do you guys see? Can you see? I want y'all to look carefully at this picture. Look carefully. Who do you think has a vested interest in Conor McGregor fighting, clean or dirty? I want y'all to look. Just take another look. Look for another 10 seconds. I'm going to shut up. I hope that you can see what I see. And you know what team Dana White's on. We all know what team Dana's on.